All right, welcome home, son. Welcome to InsidePool.tv, representing the APA, where you're watching this stream across poolplayers.com, the home of APA, the governing body of amateur pool. This is the U.S. Amateur Championships, and we are live, baby, live from Strokers Palm Harbor, Florida. We in Floaty. And you're watching Michelle Dunn, who is here racking the balls, versus Ricci Jean Bart. Michelle is from Huntsville, Alabama, and Ricci Jean is from Salem, Oregon. She's quite a long ways away from home here. And we're racing to 5. And I will be right back. I'm going to go let them know to use the scorecard. Again, you're here brought to you by the APA, American Pool Players Association, and the U.S. Amateur Championships. All right. Starting off with 8 ball. The magical game of 8 ball. Ricci Jean's going to be shooting on the strike balls. Yeah, she's not going to be able to cut this ball into the side. Well, she's stuck behind the 13 ball. Go ahead and shoot the 10. Oh, she actually could not shoot past the 13. Lost the camera again. We should have our center camera back here permanently. So we can keep it from frizzing out. Oh, she's not going to get the shot on the 7. Swing and a miss. And ball in hand for Ricci Jean Bart. you're not confident about making the ball. And then you just simply want to roll the ball towards a pocket to either block the pocket for from your opponent or set yourself up for another shot. They're still beating around this 7 ball. Just push him towards the pockets. Push him towards the pockets. If you're not comfortable. Good shot. Okay, so she wins the rack, made that 7 ball, and got out. And we'll see if they can see that gigantic scorecard right there and figure out that they'll be marking their scores. If not, I'll go out there and do it for them. But you are watching the U.S. Amateur Championships. And I'm your wild man from Inside Pool TV. And I'm here with the APA crew. And my dude Steve Alejandro. How do you pronounce it? Alejandro? I know, it's like, I'm no good at that stuff. Oh, I got to take this call. How do you pronounce your last name, Steve?
Alejandro.
Alejandro. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Bob, hold on 1 second, okay? All right, so we're going to get this second rack started. I'll go change the score, and I shall be right back. Steve's monitoring the chat right now. How's it going there?
Oh, it's pretty quiet this match, actually. Where'd all my friends go? Shout out to Christy and Marcos and Marty and Greg from earlier, and Jason, and all these guys that were hanging out with us in chat. Make sure you guys share the stream. More people watch, the more stuff that we can bring. It's pretty cool. Also would love to know where everybody's from. Chris says pizza's arrived. Richard, I just now seeing your comment, man. I'd love to, but the way the matches are picked, it's actually all picked by CompuSport, and if they're not on table 3, unfortunately, that is the TV table. So. Who else we got? Pizza's arrived. Chris, I want some pizza.
Oh, pizza.
I know we got pizza talking about in chat over here.
You're not supposed to talk about food. You can leave your food right there, lady. You go right ahead.
Might be better.
Whatever you want, lady. All right.
So, Alvin, let's talk about you a little bit.
Let's not talk about me.
I want to know where all you've traveled this year, covering pool across the country.
Well, I'm going to go to China and Kuwait very soon. I'll be in China for over a month, maybe a couple months, who knows, streaming Chinese 8-ball, Chinese pool.
Chinese pool. You know, I've talked to Dr. Q and Lee Brett and Florian Kohler.
Yeah, they're all.
And they say that the Chinese love pool.
Yeah,
it's pretty insane.
I mean, I definitely. So I just filmed a Chinese pool tournament. We'll be putting some of that stuff on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Inside Pool Mag, and you're also going to see all these matches as well going on there, and the billiard channel, thanks to the APA who put this amazing event together and shell out the dough to have a free live stream for everybody. So thanks to APA at poolplayers.com and their whole crew.
Heck yeah.
For having Inside Pool. But yeah, you know, it's been a slow year, but I've been picking up. I had a really difficult summer with some personal life stuff, but now I'm back fully functioning and stronger than ever, and on my mission, man, to save the world. One pool ball at a time.
I love it, man.
So that's how it's got to be done.
So Christy, real quick, had a question.
Yeah.
Do you know if Border Battle will have a stream? I actually don't know, but I can find out. So I will do that. And Richard, please stop talking about food. We are incredibly hungry.
Yes.
And
food. Talking about food on pool matches is not good.
No good. No good.
Yep, no good.
So what's going on over here in the match? Who's this at the table right now? I just joined.
This is Michelle Dunn. She's up 1-0. She did not change the scorecard yet.
It's all right.
And
we do have a nifty graphic.
Oh, that you made.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Give Steve the tech guy some love over
Stevie.
here. I didn't make it. It was our fabulous design team at the APA. Shout out to Kelly Gilbert and Richard Melendez, who helped me put all this stuff together graphically.
Shout out.
If you are listening, love you.
Love you. Alvy loves you too. All right.
They also made that awesome versus screen.
That is awesome. And I mean awesome. Okay. There we go.
So I got another question for you, Al.
Yes, sir.
I'm a 3 on a good day.
Oh, okay.
In the APA. So what is this triangle thing in the middle of the table? Is that?
That is a plastic rack, and what that's doing is it's holding all the balls together, so there's no spaces between the balls. So when they break, they get a good solid break every time. They can pick which ball they want to go.
Okay.
That's how good that's how the players, when they practice, they'll repeat over. They want a perfect rack so they know this ball's going to travel to this rail and back up the table. This ball's going to. And some of the pros, they know every ball where it's pretty much within reason which direction it's going to go. So yeah, the big thing. So the plastic racks hold it all together better than the wooden racks. But the thing is then you should take it off the table. I mean, it doesn't. Technically, it's not supposed to affect the roll at all, but I don't like leaving the rack on the table like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's why I've asked. I've never seen it. This couple of balls in, they usually pick it up right away.
Yeah,
there it goes.
She's going to take it out of there, but you can play on it. I mean, it's so thin it doesn't
make a difference.
Yeah.
Gotcha. A couple more questions from the chat. We got Connie Jean. She's asking, where is this? We are in beautiful Palm Harbor, Florida.
Yes.
The drive here is absolutely amazing.
Oh, it's a great drive.
One of the many reasons why you should try to get out here and play. And shout out to Christy from Hamilton, Ontario. And Jason, I think we killed that shrimp pretty quick, brother.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, Strokers is the spot, man. You're going to come down here on a pool vacation. You get the food. You pull them right out of the ocean, right into your belly. And there's other great pool rooms around here as well. And there's Capone's, there's Hammerheads, there's Crooked Q, there's
I've been to Crooked Q.
There's Sticks, I think, somewhere around here. There's a couple of them. I haven't even been to some of those, but
I think the Crooked Q's used to be where we had the ladies event for a while.
Yeah, I'll have to go down there and check that pool room out.
So what's going on the table? Again, I'm a 3 on a good day, so walk me through like I have no idea what's going on.
You know, these girls here, they're playing pretty nervous, so if I were them, I would start just pushing my balls toward. I wouldn't try to be trying long shots across the table, Corey dual draw shots, going 6 rails. I'd just be pushing my balls towards the table, trying to tie up the opponent's balls. And then when you get a couple foot shot away from the pocket, that's when you shoot your ball. You don't want to keep shooting because if you go for all these long shots and you're not playing at your best pool, you're just going to end up leaving your opponent more shots,
more opportunities,
easy shots, instead of you planning. So if you're,
So no, this is an amateur event. Like none of these people in here are pros, right?
Correct.
So what do you think? So they may not be used to actually playing on a stream. You've got lights up here. You've got the whole
it's definitely going to make it harder, way harder, to do, especially with the long shots.
Especially with probably amateur players, man. They're not used to all this.
Yeah, they got 9 to 5 jobs, and they're not
living the dream, as it were.
I guess if that's what you want to call it. I've seen it, and it's a battle for sure. So she's going to see how she stood up on the ball. That's nerves, like you were talking about with the TV.
Just getting a little excited.
Yeah, you get that adrenaline too.
Yeah, Lee Brett talks about that a lot. I just filmed an instructional series with him not too long ago, and he's got this big thing about the routine of the shot. Stay down, follow through.
Oh yeah, it's mechanical. It's totally mechanical. It's a system. Like a car, it works a certain way. There's this system does this does that, this does this, and it all equals driving perfectly down the road.
And that's kind of what a pre-shot routine would be. Again, I'm a 3, so I don't know how to do any of this.
Well, mentally you can
watch the videos.
Mentally, you can grow. Just the knowledge of the game by you're already applying knowledge. I can tell that you've learned. So it doesn't. A lot of the players. They play pool in their minds when they're not on the table. They're sitting there. Some of them, I happen to be friends with some of the highest level players on the planet, and I know them very well and travel with them, live with them.
Cover the events and stuff too,
Know stuff that nobody else knows, and some of them, that's every single thing on their mind is pool. There's a few of the players, nothing else on their mind. They don't care about cars. They don't care about houses. It's pool.
Live and breathe, as Dr. Q would call it, the roll.
The roll. Yeah, they remember shots that they missed 5 years ago. They'll talk about when the other person will remember as well. The layout of the table. They're pool fanatics. So
what happened here? How'd that rack close out?
Yeah, I'm talking and looking at wires here. So if they would, we'll have to get somebody let's get one of our runners to
go change it.
Tell them, hey, that giant scorecard right there, that's for you. Yeah.
What does it need to be? I'll go change it real fast.
They'll ask them to change it.
All right, I'll be right back.
And tell them to change the side that they're sitting on. Ask them. They'll know. It's 2-0, Nicole, I believe. As we're answering. Hopefully everybody's having fun out. I cannot see the chat at all, but I'm glad to be here with you, everybody. You know me. I'm you. I'm everywhere all at the same time. Here at InsidePool.tv. And the billiard channel on the Roku. Get you a Roku unit. Streaming, you can watch 24-hour pool. You're going to see a lot of these matches on the billiard channel, my friend. And the Chinese pool tournament that we just filmed, and the American 14-1 that was just filmed at Midlothian, Virginia, Diamond Billiards. Great tournament. That turned out excellent. So you're going to see some great matches on the billiard channel. And, of course, come here and see Rolando, the house pro, and the Q guy here at Strokers. It's 20-0, huh? Nice. 20-0 in a race to 5. Wow.
Yeah, I sent Mark Lancaster, our floor manager over there, to take care of that for us.
Good job, Mark. 20-0. Good taking care of it there, buddy. He had one job.
One job.
All right, let's see if I can do my one job and update the scorecard here at...
You know, knowing Mark Lancaster, he probably did that on purpose.
Yeah, I know. He's a jokester, isn't he? So, yeah, you're watching the U.S. Amateur Championships Inside Pool TV. This is Ricci Jean Bart. You're watching shoot here. And she's down 20-0 in a race to 5.
Hey, what's up,
We
Chris?
were over.
Shout out to you.
We were over 3 matches ago already. Let's see if I can figure this newfangled thing out, Bubba. There it is. I like this TriCaster, though. This is killer.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, who've been obviously following us for a while, we actually just started streaming here in 2015.
Yeah.
And
trying to get rid of me.
No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take over, man. You go ahead and do all this.
You know what? Like I said, man, I'm a 3 on a good day. I couldn't read that table for the life of me. And but yeah, so
yeah, good job getting going on your own. Though you guys do so many events, you need to do stuff on your own.
Greg Fletcher and I, we tested it in 2015
cool.
at the NTC, which is now the World Pool Championship, and then it went over so well that 2016 we hit the floor running. We made quite a bit of an investment to be able to do this.
Sure did.
And people are loving it. People are loving it.
Oh, it's great. I love this equipment too. I'm glad to be able to use you guys' equipment instead of my Fisher Price.
Your equipment's fine, dude. Don't say that.
Yeah, it's just a lot more pieces and parts to get the same result as you have in one case.
Yeah, just for those tech heads out there, this is called a TriCaster, and it's a broadcast machine in a box, and it's just so fantastic.
You just open this
puts
box,
everything in easy mode.
Plug your cameras in, and go. It's so nice.
Christy, I apologize. What was your question? We'll get that answered for you. Just type it back in the chat.
She was shooting at that side pocket.
Yeah, so tell me what's going on the table. Oh, is that
yeah, it's hard to tell with these players. They're you know, you never know when they're going to miss or make the ball. So I'm just kind of watching and learning how see, I don't do much amateur pool, Steve. I
do the pros.
I do all the pro tournaments.
It's
not all, but
it's definitely a different,
totally
different beast. You know?
I can learn new things from watching the amateurs, though.
Believe it or not, one of the reasons why I stopped watching pro baseball was because it was boring. Like nobody ever makes a mistake. No. Everything is predictable.
That's how it is.
It's just it was a snore fest. You know, no offense. I know Chicago and Cleveland are playing tonight, and that's super exciting. I'm not talking about stuff like that, but most games, you know, are pretty error-free.
Yeah, I'm bored to death with TV sports.
And I think
sure.
like pro pool is a lot like that. To me, I actually prefer watching amateur sports a lot better, but just because then the raw emotion of the win. Like if you go back and watch some of the World Pool Championship streams and things like that, just the sheer joy and the screaming, they're just so happy to be there.
Sure.
And it's a pretty big deal when you walk into this room and you get to see the lights and it can definitely take a toll on your nerves when you're playing for sure.
Oh yeah, these girls are going to play way better off the TV table than on the TV table. I guarantee that.
And that's another thing to remind the chat too. These are not pros. I mean, these guys are not going to knock in every single one, but these girls are playing well. These ladies had to win their the region or their division or whatever the technical term for it is.
Sure, they have to win a big tournament to get here.
So these are definitely strong players. And again, me as a 3, there's not a person in this room that I could even walk to the table to be honest.
Well.
To me, it's all magic just to watch them look at the table and see how how to play it out. The patterns, I guess, is what they're called.
Oh yeah, and it just gets crazier the higher the level the player.
So
some
Christy,
of the shots they come with.
Christy, I see your question here. The Bortle Battle stream. I haven't answered that yet. I'm gonna have to send an email and wait. If you want to send us a message to the Facebook page, we'll definitely respond to you as soon as we get that information.
Well, here's a center ball, cut shot. Michelle here needs to play to go up 21-0.
21. I need to go change that, don't I?
I'm having fun with it myself.
Yeah, it is kind of fun.
So,
and of course, we do have the graphic. We are very well aware it's not 20-0. We're letting Mr. Mark Lancaster have his fun, assuming he did it on purpose, which
he probably did.
He's kind of a fun guy, so it's a real strong possibility that that's the case.
Well, she's got a natural shape to roll up if she could make the ball. Now she gave up ball in hand.
Ouch.
Okay. So Ricci Jean's going to take the 6 ball out. Now the problem is that she's not going to be able to get it. She's going to have to play off the rail to go up table to shoot the 5 next would be. Yeah, see, she wants to be where the 15 ball is, basically. She wants the cue ball there. See, this is a straight in shot. She's just going to have to sacrifice and take the longer shot on the 5 ball. So she'll shoot. So
I guess would it be called a draw? She's going to try to put that cue ball back past the 15?
No, she's going to shoot high ball and try to bounce off the rail as far as possible.
Off the side rail there?
Yeah, off the rail. Yeah, she's going to hit the same time as the ball. See how she pushed it up off the rail?
Yeah.
That way she can shoot the whole clock on the cue ball, which you really want to shoot this pretty much center ball down table. I don't know why she's shooting this 1 ball. I would definitely be shooting the 5 here. Then she's probably scared of the rail. Yeah. Okay, so Michelle's going to have to try to cut the 15 ball to the right, our right, her left. Or she'll bank. Bank it up into the pocket and block the hole. She'll make her opponent's ball. But not too bad because she left the 7 up on the rail in front of the, see the 15's in front of the, so the pocket's blocked from Ricci Jean shooting the 7 easily. She'll have to bank out as well. She'll more than likely bank the 7 ball, try to stick the cue ball where it is. You can pretty much stop the cue ball right where it's at and bank this ball. It may roll over once or twice. Okay, she's going to shoot the 5 for some reason. Okay, so she played a safety shot. Yeah. She did not play it right.
So she's saying she came a little too far off that rail, or she just missed?
She wanted to clip the very edge of the...
She just missed it, huh?
She just whiffed it, yep.
So no
ball in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no ball to the rail and no contact are the only 2 ways you can get ball in hand. Okay, so she misplayed this ball and is going to have to bank the 8. Definitely want to give a shout out to Mike at Florida Drone LLC. FloridaDroneVideos.com. Aerial drone photography and videos out of New Smyrna, Florida, New Smyrna Beach. 386-690-8537 and Image Custom Cues. Johnny Q. ImageCustomCues.com. 386-478-3732. In support of the show. And working with Inside Pool. Got Mike Lafreniere. How do you pronounce your last name, Mike? Lafreniere. I was right. I got all these complex names.
Yeah, you got a Lafreniere to your left and an Alejandro to your right.
Alejandro. Oh, contact. Oh, watch that side pocket. Bye-bye.
Ouch.
All right, so it's 20-1. Or 10. Let's see if she puts up 10. 20 to 10. And a race to 50. And a race to 50.
That's too
We'll
fun.
just call it right, you know. 20 to 10 and a race to 50. See if she remembers to mark that giant scorecard right there. Nope. I know. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Yeah, can you fix it? 1. Yeah, I know, just change it. Just switch them all around to where it's 2 to 1. Put the 0 and where the 2 is.
We just had a question about where is the stream. The stream can be found in 2 places, or actually a couple of places. On the APA's side of the universe, it can be found at poolplayers.com/USAM. But when you click on that, that will actually just take you to our national Facebook page, where it is on the top of our feed, and it will be all day. I know, Alvin, you've gotten a couple places as well, don't you?
No, we're not. We're just streaming through your Facebook page. We're not streaming it Inside Pool TV right today.
Gotcha. I thought you had it embedded over there.
No, I can't get a hold of our tech guy. He's sleeping. Sleeping on the job.
Oh, those tech guys.
Mm-hmm. California, dreaming. California dudes.
You know how
you know how they are. Tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrowland. No, that's the Florida Keys. It's Tomorrowland.
Randy, we know. We're getting it fixed. I'm glancing over at the comments here.
Wow, it's 2 to 1.
I know it changed.
Good job, Mike. See if the girls catch on.
Steven, this is the U.S. Amateur Championship. Definitely check out poolplayers.com/USAM. I'll type it in chat for you. Gives you kind of a history of the events and kind of what we're all about. And more importantly, it tells you how to qualify.
Yeah.
So
that's what you wanted to do.
That is absolutely what you do. We are in Palm Harbor, Florida.
You need to be here.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool event. It's probably one of my favorite events of the year, hands down.
It's pretty cool and warm outside.
Great pool, great location. Strokers is fantastic. And you're in Florida in November. I mean, like, do you really need another reason than that?
Like, oh yeah, there's no other reason.
Right.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, you actually spend most of winter down here, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm down here in November till June.
Yeah, that's not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
Probably gets a little warm, probably closer to June, though.
Yeah, that's why I go to Ohio. Because it's the same temperature as it is here or there.
You're like a snowbird. Is that what they call people that do that?
That's what they call me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you guys have this tournament, so I come down here, and then I'm sitting outside, and it's over, and I'm like, I'm not going home.
You're like, I'm staying.
I'm not going home.
All right, so tell me what's going on this table. Explain it to me like
we're playing 9-ball, and she's going to go from the 2 to the 3. Hopefully, she can make the 2. And, okay, she made the 2, and she's going to go for a longer shot on the 3. She'll use top English, which is a more accurate English. The rolling forward is going to keep you. When you're hitting the bottom of the ball, there's a point where it stops and flips over, and then it flips over again.
Oh, okay.
So you're changing. If you look at it on a slow motion camera,
you can actually see it flip.
You can see the cue ball spin 6 o'clock English, spin, 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 and then flip over. It stops and flips over.
That's pretty. I guess it kind of hugs the felt at that point.
Yeah, it gets the spin transfers into forward roll from the friction on the cloth. Then it instantly spins just a touch to the right. It'll hit. It's crazy. So it changes directions
crazy.
twice.
Albert, we got a question
Some
from the
high-level
chat.
knowledge there from people. Yeah.
The question is why are they playing 9-ball now? They just shot 8-ball.
All right, so we play, what is it, 6 games total of...
I have whatever the card says.
I have to see. Let's call the card up here.
I do know that they play, basically how it works is they lag, and then whoever wins the lag is to either shoot first or choose the format, 8-ball or 9-ball.
It's 5 games of 8-ball.
It's up to 5 games of 8-ball.
And 8 games of 9-ball.
Yeah.
No, that's the men's.
It's probably the same with the ladies.
Let's see, no, they're racing to 5.
It's just a faster race, yeah.
Okay, so it's 3 games of 8-ball and 6 games, up to 6 games of 9-ball.
So that's actually one of my favorite things about the U.S. Amateur Championship is that you just can't be really good at one format. You have to be strong at both formats and be a very well-rounded player. Not only do you have to be good at 8-ball and 9-ball, but you actually have to be good at a 9-foot table too. And this is definitely not a 7-foot bar box. So Ray, I hope that answers your question. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat.
How are our numbers?
We got 145 watching live right now.
Everybody else is too busy on the job.
Yeah, it is the middle of a work day.
That's no excuse to not watch Inside Pool.
Yeah, we all know nobody works past 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I wonder how many people this Inside Pool TV is the last thing they've ever seen on their phone when they're at work.
That'd be unfortunate.
They go into
please,
the,
no one get fired.
Yeah.
As much as we would love to have you, please, please, please.
Don't go into the injection mold machine
Yeah.
watching pool, please.
That's too funny. But the cool thing about live streaming is that people kind of come in and come out all day long. So the 142 peak viewer is kind of misleading. We've probably had thousands of people come in and come out at this point already. Because we've been streaming, what, since 11 today?
Yeah, we've been steady. It's always better at night, Steve, and in the weekends.
For sure,
You know,
yeah. No, I
Thursday, Friday, Saturday is always the strongest.
You know, the way I look at it is like we're putting on a show right now, but those of you who don't know, these recordings will actually be up for everyone to watch after the fact. So we'll have it on Facebook afterwards.
Yes.
We'll have it on YouTube afterwards.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't know if she could have gotten it. I mean, she could have been in a tougher place than here, but she should be able to pop this ball. I just worry about it going off. She did okay. The pockets are fairly generous on this table. So it looks like it's going to be 3-1 or not. Her head's jumping up. So it could be 2-2 here. It will be 2-2 if Ricci Jean can make the ball. We shall see. I'm sure she can make this shot. She's going to have to hit high up on the... Let's get a different angle. All right.
Yeah. There you go.
2-2. And that's the bottom line.
And that's you need a tagline or some sort of call sign.
That's it. It's
You
usually live, baby, live.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Because you got Walter Cronkite, who's like, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You know, you need something iconic.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on that. We'll come back with it later.
I am just honored to be here. That's all I know.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah. I love doing this tournament. And especially that it's a ladies tournament, and for once I'm in a room full of women
Oh God.
instead of a room full of guys playing pool. So it's finally different. Not that I'm professional. It's a nice change.
Now, I've had this conversation before with other pros, and actually I think it was Mike Duchesne. We were doing an interview with him once, and we asked him we asked him who does he not like to play, and he actually responded, women. And of course we gave him a ton of trouble for that, because that's not usually, that's not a very safe, politically correct answer. But then we kind of asked him a little deeper and said, why? And he says that the way that they play is a lot different. You know, have you seen that in the stuff that you've watched?
They pick totally different shots than I would pick, and normally they don't get bothered as easy as the men do. Like stuff doesn't
It's a
bother
little
them
more
so much.
A little even keeled. They're not going to get all salty.
Yeah, whereas the pros up there sweating and the whole crowd expects them to make every ball and tells them how terrible he is. You should hear some of what these pro players go through. You're a bum, you can't make a ball, because people are losing money off of them in certain ways, whatever.
Sure.
So they're going to take it out on them. But yeah, the lady players, they seem to not let things bother them so much. Yeah, so that's probably what Mike means. Because there's girls out there like Guy Young Kim and Jasmine Ocean that, wow, they beat almost all of the men, if not all of them.
Right.
And now at the U.S. Open, we had this new Filipino female player from straight from Manila, and I guess she's supposed to be better than Guy Young. She beat Guy Young to death, on the pool table, which would blow me away if that was true. But everybody kept saying how amazing this girl pool player plays. Some of our chatters might know her name. I couldn't recall it. I was so busy with political meetings and stuff during that event, I couldn't even watch any pool.
Sport.
But yeah, one of our chatters will know who I'm talking about. There was probably some people there at the Open.
Sure.
That's a great event too. See, and you can go right from the Open in Virginia,
right down here
to the
right
U.S.
down to
Amateurs,
Florida.
which is 8-hour drive from.
Hey,
a little bit longer.
Cindy, I see your comment there. I'm not sure. We're still up on our end, so I'm not sure what's going on there. You might want to try refreshing your feed or something along those Jones. William, I'm not sure what you mean. This is an amateur tournament, so.
Make sure you read their question too, so people won't. They don't know what their question is.
Cindy just commented that her video was black, but we are definitely up and running.
Yep. You may want to reboot your computer.
For sure. See if there's any
Try
other
a different
questions.
browser too. If you're having problems with your stream, try a Chrome browser, or no, try the Internet Explorer, Chrome, or Firefox. If you're using Windows devices, if you're using a Mac, of course, you got your Safari. I'm not, I have more people using Internet Explorer.
Gotcha. We do have a couple of people in chat that just, her name, I'm going to butcher this and I apologize. It's CHEZKACENTENO. She was 17 and turned to 18 at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And this is the one that was beating everybody?
That had to be the girl.
Young up-and-comer, huh?
Even, guys that really, really know the players, how good they are, told me that this girl is just unbelievable. So I didn't see her. I saw her, and she was definitely dressed for the part, but I didn't see her play. So
sure.
But I have been to the Philippines, and I know how good those anonymous players are that just are everywhere, and I'm not surprised at all. So because they're playing on horrible conditions, and then they come over here to play on these brand new tables, and it's just like bloop, bloop, bloop. Plus they're playing on snooker tables and stuff where this is just so easy for them.
Sure.
What's wrong? You're getting no live too?
Hey, Christy, we are actually probably 20 feet from table 9.
Ask anybody. Is anybody watching the match? You're watching it right there.
Yeah, I've got it up.
Look, he's got it going
yeah,
there.
Everything's going
Something's going on. I'd try to reboot your phone maybe if that's not it, or the browser.
His problem's going to be is that everybody in here is pulling off the same Wi-Fi signal, so it's just going to struggle. So, but those at home definitely, especially if you're on a strong Wi-Fi signal, you'll be totally fine. Everything is running as intended.
Yeah, we're good.
We got a comment from Ricky Melendez, one of my favorite people on the planet. Are you guys professional commentators? Well, Alvin is. I'm just hanging out and keeping him company because I know it's a long day for him.
Well, I have a lot of experience doing it. I don't know if I'd be.
Oh, you are a professional, Alvin. Don't sell yourself short.
Well, thank you.
We got a question from Mitchell. Are these 8-foot tables? These are actually 9-foot tables. Deborah already answered that question, so thank you there. Thank you, Deborah.
It's 4.5 by 9 Brunswick Gold Crown 3 with Simonis 860 cloth on it, I'm sure. And that is a diamond table that's above the table that says Sardo on the side. That's a diamond professional, which is so there's two different kinds. You can kind of see the design of both the styles of tables. These are most of the tables you're going to find in pool rooms across the United States and the world. You're going to find these the diamonds and Brunswicks. Well, mostly the United States, but there's diamonds around the world. There's a 5x10 diamond at in Berlin at Bata Billiards, place I visit when I'm there.
Sure.
I love the 5x10 diamond.
Hey, Joe says we should bring your buddy Marty Herman as a guest commentator. You know a Marty?
Yes, I do. That's Herman University. Sure, we'll bring Marty Herman on anytime he's around. He's up in snow country up there in Massachusetts in Boston. Boston. So if he's not buried in snow this time next year, we'll invite him down.
So now what's going on at the table? They're playing 9-ball now, right?
Yes, sir.
Now again, I'm a 3, so I have absolutely no idea what's going on. How do they win here?
They're gonna have to. She's gonna have to shoot the 6 off the rail. And this is a tough shot. Let me see here.
Ricky Melendez, a wonderful graphic designer from APA, our beloved boss and director of marketing,
can you cover
Jason
for me
Bowman.
for a minute, or you gotta leave? All right.
Jason asked me to ask you, Ricky, to get back to work.
Ricky Melendez, get back to work. This is your boss speaking.
I guess it's only they're an hour behind us, so it's only 3 o'clock up there. He absolutely should be working.
Yep, he's in big trouble. Watching pool at work, buddy. Busted. You ran Alvin off. What happened there?
Well, I kept asking him questions.
Steve freaked Alvin out.
So I got a question from the chat, Jason. You'll know that women's finals will be Friday?
Women's finals are Thursday. Semifinals, so that's tomorrow. Semifinals 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Finals will be 5 p.m. So be sure to tune in. Maybe throw that on your Outlook calendar if you want to check back and not miss it tomorrow. I'm actually got I talked to the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. She's going to come out and commentate the semifinals and finals with Alvin and I. So
really, for the ladies too?
Yeah, if you're a fan of the Black Widow, you can tune in tomorrow and kind of catch her perspective on this higher-end amateur championship as it winds down, or at least the ladies division, women's division winds down.
So she actually lives in Florida now, right? Or
yeah, Jeanette lives down here in the Tampa area. She actually is a APA league operator now. She relocated a year and a half ago from Indiana and living down here and running a league. And I know she's getting acclimated with that, the whole process of, customer service and score sheets and running tournaments and all those things.
Sure,
so,
living the dream, right?
Yeah. So she's actually one of a handful of former professional players that we have that runs leagues. Of course, we got Ava Lawrence, Ava Mattia Lawrence there in South Carolina.
One of my favorite people on the planet.
Dawn Hopkins up in New Jersey running a league. We've got Liz Ford. So handful of them that have kind of migrated from the playing side into the administrative organizing side of the sport. So
sure,
people that are just looking to stay in, and it's a good segue into the franchise opportunity, Steve. Thank you. Still a lot of great markets out there that can be developed for APA, particularly in the western portion of the country. So if that's something you're interested in pursuing, I'd encourage you to go to our website, poolplayers.com. Just gather some information, if nothing else.
Did you see that shot? She hooked it in the side and it came back in the corner.
This is the first time watching this match. I'm guessing this is Michelle at the table.
That is Michelle.
Michelle Dunn from Huntsville, Alabama here at the table. Not much info on Michelle's sheet, but it does say she's been playing since she was 14 and that her father taught her. So,
real quick, some stuff from the chat room.
Throw them at me.
We have a question from Melissa Landrum. Are you going to air the finals?
Absolutely. Finals for this division, the women's division, will be 5 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, and then we'll have, of course, the men's finals on Sunday. Not sure offhand what time that's scheduled for. I want to say 7 o'clock. Let's see my cheat sheet here.
While he does that, I'll answer the quick question of what tier is this, John? This is actually not a tiered event. We have the women's event, and then we have the U.S. Open, the Open event, which is open to men and women. So there's no skill levels. There's no anything like that. It's simply a race to 5 for the ladies and a race to 7 for the men. Or for the open division, I should say.
Yeah, no handicapping for this event. This is actually, so this event is produced by APA, but you do not have to be an APA member to participate in the U.S. Amateur Championship. Probably the good majority of people that participate are members, but it's not a requirement, and there is no handicapping, like Steve said. So you're just seeing a race to 5 straight up, regardless of what their skill level is. So a little bit different than like our singles program, which feeds the pool player championships in April. So
where we actually have 5 tournaments going on at once.
Yeah, you should try to stream 5 tournaments at once, Alvin.
Yeah, this is easy mode, Alvin. Get it together, bud.
We're going to give Alvin a little break here as he refreshes himself with a cold, non-alcoholic beverage.
And also, Jason, I meant to tell you, Ricky and Kelly said the reason they're watching the stream at work was just
checking the graphics.
Checking the graphics.
I could have guessed that one.
Typical answer. Typical answer.
I'm guessing they may not be the only folks at the office tuning in, but that's all right. We'll cut them some slack. They're doing in the marketing world, we like to call that market research.
Absolutely.
Market research. Yes.
Why do you think we're in marketing, Alvin?
Yeah.
Come on now.
So, if I'm watching the Moscone Cup for my office one morning in December, then hey,
it's what we're supposed to be doing.
It's all good, right? That's what my boss requires.
You got to keep your finger on the pulse of the pool world. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
So we've got Michelle here putting the finishing touches on the 9-ball rack. I missed the pronunciation of, is this Ricci? Ricci?
I think it's Ricci.
Who's this young lady? Ricci. R-I-C-C-I.
I'm sure somebody in chat will correct us if we've mispronounced
Ricci
it.
Jean Bart from Salem, Oregon. I thought I saw Randy Lee on there commenting earlier. Guessing Randy knows the pronunciation here. Of course, I think you guys have mentioned, but they're using that magic rack in this particular match. We've seen a few matches different. Some of the players prefer the old standard wood rack. These players obviously have agreed to use the magic rack, which I kind of equate to one of the little like 6-pack plastic holder kind of thing.
Right.
The same kind of material, except it's flat with the little divots in it for the balls to sit. So Alvin's shaking his head there at that shot. I'm guessing Michelle didn't like it much either. I'm going to go with Ricky until I'm told differently on
Actually,
this
you
young
nailed
lady.
it. People in chat are just because we are in a little bit of a delay. When we say something, it's about 30 seconds before it gets to the chat.
Is it Ricky?
It is, in fact, Ricky. And Randy Lee, whom you know well,
Ricky Jean Bart.
is Randy Lee is her league operator. She says hi.
Hi, Randy. Probably a few league operators tuning in. Of course, there are nearly 300 of them throughout the United States, Canada. Of course, we got Nori over there in Japan.
Yep. Which I'm still waiting for you to send me to, Jason. I'm passport ready to rock. I still have not got to go to Japan.
Well, yours truly hasn't been over there either, so. Alvin's been to Japan. Alvin says it's really fun in Japan, but they don't speak English, so.
That's all right. I've heard they eat a lot over there, too. They just go from meal to meal, and it's like a real big culture thing, which I don't need an excuse to eat more food, Alvin. I'm really into it.
How's the viewership looking over there?
Viewership right now is 123 live, but of course,
all these matches will be on YouTube later, so folks can.
And the billiard channel.
And the billiard channel inside. Was it? Is that what it's called in Roku? Billiard channel. You can watch pool any time of day on the Roku channel.
Yeah. Yeah, my plan is, Jason, unless you tell me otherwise, is I'll have this stuff up on Facebook and YouTube shortly after the event.
Sweet.
If not sooner, so everybody can watch it.
For those that are actually at work working.
Right.
You can watch it
Ricky
later
and
as
Kelly.
it is Wednesday afternoon. Kind of curious how they've been selecting the matches. I have to talk to Nicole and Bill and see who's not sure what the process is on who is selected for the TV table.
As far as I know, CompuSport, which does, as you know, does all our online brackets.
Oh, it's all just spitting out through CompuSport,
I think
huh?
This is table 3.
Interesting.
But we've had some good matches so far, and I think a couple of people have commented into the chat here is that these nerves. I mean, like, we know these players are strong. They would not be here if were not strong players. But again, you get under these lights and you get all these people and you get in this kind of pressure. You start missing balls that you've made 100 times. You know, and we see that a lot. Jason does the commentating for our large events at not that this isn't a large event, but at the national events in Vegas, and you see a lot of that. You get a 2 that has never been on stream before.
Oh,
they
wow,
don't know
yeah,
what to do. It's just you can see their hands shaking.
Yeah. Well, and you've got a room of several hundred people watching. I've actually watched 2 2s. My first APA event was back in 2000. I watched 2 2s battle it out. They were the last 2 players in the match of the 8-Ball Open for 25 grand, 2 2s.
25,000.
Yeah, needless to say, there
twos.
was a lot of innings because they were both very much 2s and struggled. But at the end of the day, it was a team from Atlanta. I'll never forget.
I bet they
won that
lost
25,000. So here's the skill level 2. I mean, it was the perfect APA commercial, if you will.
Exactly.
Skill level 2. It all comes down to that crowd watching.
Sure.
We didn't necessarily have the streaming back then, but pocketing that final 8-ball for his team. So
for $25,000.
That's what it's all about with what we do.
And they've never played in any other city other than their favorite park.
Yeah. I want to say I think that team was Lucky 7. I've never forgotten that particular team because I had to write the follow-up article. I think I said Lucky 7 hits the jackpot.
I've only been with the APA for a couple years now, 4 or 5 years, and I've seen quite a few low-level skill players win. I think my first year out at singles, which is now the Pool Player Championship, I saw a 2 win the 9-ball, I think.
Well, of course, because in that one you got everything's tiered, right? So you're going to have 2s and 3s.
I'm sorry, it wasn't Pool Player Championship. It was the big one. Little blonde lady. She was so nice.
Little blonde lady, huh?
Mm-hmm. She was so sweet. She was getting everybody hugs and screaming, and she was texting people afterwards. I won!
Looks like Michelle here, it's indicating she's played in the U.S. Amateur Championship 3 times previously, so I'm not sure if that means preliminary rounds or final rounds or championship rounds as we call them here, but
John Schaefer says, why am I watching on my phone if there's a Roku channel? Well, it's not quite on the Roku channel yet. Yeah, right now it is only on the stream, so definitely want to keep watching it here.
Yeah, it's a difference between seeing it live and seeing it once we put it up later, which will probably be several days at this point.
John also informs us that he'll be taking a sick day for the rest of the day so he can watch.
John, we'll write you a note if you need one, buddy. You tell him Alvin Nelson at Inside Pool signed off on your sick note for your employer, okay? Just remember, it's Alvin Nelson. Nelson.
We got one comment here about the how nice the trophy is.
Where is that trophy? Of course, we can't see. Do we not have the GoPros for back here?
Not yet.
We'll get those tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it when we get
those
the final
tomorrow.
setup.
We'll put some cameras back here so you guys can see our crazy setup, and then when we want to show you the trophy, we'll hold it up. But it is quite an impressive piece of art. It's really a piece of art. It's not your standard trophy that sits on a platform. It is literally a piece of marble that is like molded together.
It's a composite.
It's but here's Bill, our tournament director. What does that trophy cost to make? That it's in the thousands. Yeah, so it's a one. So it's like a piece of art, but you actually have to have a mold for it, right?
We actually did a video.
Yeah.
I actually went to the place where they hand make it and got to watch
some
footage.
A big
part of the process. Yeah, I'll have to find that video and link it in the chat. But
yeah, it's pretty cool how they make it.
Sparks flying.
And of course, the men's traveling trophy is the Larry Hubbard Trophy, which is a memorial to our late co-founder and Hall of Famer Larry Hubbard, passed away August of 2013. So every champion in that division, in the main division here, name is forever placed on that trophy. So, which is pretty cool, and I think again a big part of why players are so interested in participating in an event that offers no prize money. It is the only event that I'm aware of in the pool world, except for maybe our juniors championship, where we give them like Xboxes and stuff like that. There's no prize money.
Who was the gentleman, Jason? You'll remember. It was the gentleman from Michigan.
And a nice T-shirt here. Rack and Roll America. Oh, sweet.
Bill, who won 2 years ago from Michigan?
Alvin's giving us some swag.
That's right. Ken
Brisbane. Is he here this year? Yeah, I think I saw him on the qualifier list. Ken Brisbane, David Rowell.
The coolest thing about Kenneth
2 years
Brisbane,
ago.
when he wanted to kind of go along with what you're saying, is when we interviewed him after the fact, he said, "This is something I get to tell my kids about.
Right.
This is something that I get to pass down on my family." And I think that's why a lot of people are here.
Well, I look at it as, you kind of leave some kind of legacy. I mean, if you go to our website, you'll see every past champion dating
Right.
back to the mid-'90s when this event began. So it's kind of a, in life where we're all looking to kind of leave our mark for an amateur pool player. This is a way you do it. This is, we have the Stanley Cup of amateur pool, if you will, in the Larry Hubbard Trophy.
Joe, I'm pretty sure, I don't think he won last year. I think Henry Brote won last year.
Yeah,
actually.
Henry won for the 3rd time last year.
And I think Kenneth was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Both awesome
2014
dudes.
was Kenny Brisbane. 2015, Henry Brote.
Yep. And I think the year before
King
that was
Henry.
Brian Parks, wasn't it?
I believe it was Brian the year prior, too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few former men's champions that, like I've always called it kind of a homecoming for those guys, They get to come back and play in an event that obviously they've won before. They're pretty well known throughout the field, so there's like a certain level of respect that
Right.
is given to them.
Yeah, they all get along real well.
Right.
They'll joke, they'll have a beer together, and, they get serious when they're on the table.
Yeah.
but by and large, they're relaxing, hanging out.
The dynamic at the U.S. Amateur Championship, really a unique dynamic. It's almost like a fraternity, if you will, without
agree with that 100%.
without the beer bong and the and some of the other things. But
right.
it's
Well, we don't know
more.
what happens when they leave strokers. I mean, we don't want
Right,
to count that out. But these guys are they're pretty awesome. And you see them just laughing and joking.
Alvin's updating our score screens here off camera, or off microphone, I should say.
Yeah, James, I'm not 100% sure what their skill
What's
levels are actually.
Yeah, offhand, I'm not sure. Most of the players in this event, I would say on the ladies' side, are going to be 5 and up at a
Yeah.
minimum.
Oh, yeah.
When you get over to the men's side, you're probably looking at more of a 6 and up. So again, the higher level of the APA rankings, if you will, which range from 2 to 7 and 8 ball.
Because they have to win tournaments to get here first.
They have to qualify high enough in a preliminary round to get here. So yeah, everyone here has already kind of accomplished something just in being here in terms of their level of play.
Like Renee always says in her opening ceremony speech.
You're all champions.
You're
yeah.
all champions when you walk in the door. The only bad thing about not having Alvin on the stream is that I'm not 100% sure what's going on that table over there.
Yeah.
You're a better player than me, Jason.
We should. Am I? I thought the
pretty
last time we played, you won.
Yeah, I think I got lucky. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
okay.
lie. I had a lot of Red Bull that
I was
night.
up in York, Pennsylvania with Rob and Jen Miller and Dan Simning.
That was a
They
great
might
trip.
be tuning in. If they are, say hi to them.
So Alvin says this is a shooting gallery. What's a shooting gallery? Just
That
tables
means there's
wide open?
plenty of shots to be had. Fire away.
Nah, from watching these streams and stuff, they really do they try to get to a point where the table's open like that, and then they just run out. So sure.
Thank you, Jason. You the man, baby. All right, Jason Bowman, the main man here. Yeah, billiard channel, man.
I think Jason scared Ricky and Kelly off. They haven't commented at all.
Yeah.
Get back to work. Again, huge shout out to them, to Ricky and Kelly. We're just kind of joking with them. They did all the awesome graphics for the logos, the slides, everything that you see. Kelly and Ricky put together for us. So huge shout out to them.
Right on. Now, did you see how she was squeezing her hand? You may not have seen that.
I didn't. I was too busy talking.
That's a good technique, you know.
Now, what does that do? Why is that a good
It
technique?
just keeps it. You'll see the higher level players do it too. It keeps the cue a lot straighter when you're
sure.
cueing it back there, and you just squeeze your hand, and it kind of keeps it straighter. You're almost pulling the cue instead of pushing it.
I actually did a video with Lee Brett that hasn't not been released yet, kind of a sneak peek of some
Another
upcoming
9 ball.
content. Lee Brett did a video about the different grips. Like he was saying, regionally in other parts of the country, they have kind of a loose grip.
They do.
I think
in the
that's
Philippines.
And then in the
Philippines,
and over here it's a different kind of grip. And then he talked about something about a V grip. Again, I'm a 3, so I have no idea what any of this stuff means.
Yeah, there's the American style grip is different than the Philippines, which they barely hold the cue. They hold the cue with 2 fingers, basically, and you'll see 2 to 3 fingers, and you'll see that squeezing of the hand.
He called it loosey-goosey, I think was the term he used.
Yeah, they'll squeeze the hand at the final, and that really kind of holds the cue.
Sure. We got a question from the chat.
Sure.
Do they need to call the 9 in this event?
No, they don't need to call the 9 ball.
I'm pretty sure they don't need to call them the 9 in
Any
league
ball.
play either. It's just because in league play it's the point system, and here you just win the game. Now, one thing that you will see in this is, a lot of these guys are higher level players, and if there's an easy shot on the 8, sometimes you'll see them not call it. Technically, they're supposed to call it. It's, so you'll see that every now and then when it's an obvious shot. But by and large,
Yeah,
on the 9, they don't have to call it.
They have to call the 8. They don't have to call the 9, which is strange. But
as Jeanette Lee always say, when you don't have a shot, grip it and rip it.
that's it. Oh, we got another call. Oops.
Yeah, Henry broke one last year for sure. I remember because I did a composite photo for the magazine cover with him, and it took me with him and Stacy. Stacy won the ladies' side of things last year, Stacy Bourbeau, which actually was featured on our round 2 stream, which we'll get up here in a bit. Yeah, Kenny. I'm pretty sure Kenny won 2014. It would be.
Yes.
That was a great interview too. He was so happy. He was like, "Yeah, baby." If you guys go back to our YouTube channel, you'll actually be able to see kind of the recap video to that. Very, very awesome human being. I think he's out of Michigan. You remember, Alvin? Katie? Kenny Brisbane?
I am not sure.
A lot of good pool players up north for sure.
Yeah, well, you know why?
Because it's cold?
Yes.
I knew that was
and
coming.
There's a lot of good players in Florida too. You know why?
Why? Because it's
hot.
Yeah.
So they're inside a lot.
Sure.
In the summertime for the Floridians, and then the wintertime for the Northerners. So, what's up, Wild Man?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jeff's confirming 2014 in Michigan.
Ryan Hollingsworth just walked in the door. Man who's going to take down the amateurs this year. Hollywood.
How did he get that name? Nickname Hollywood?
Because his name's Hollingsworth.
Makes sense. Not a far cry.
Yeah. You'd see where statistically the numbers that he would be called that.
Well, I mean, and his appearance is somewhat flashy.
He is Hollywood, that's for sure. He's on a lot of we got several matches of his on our YouTube and billiard channel. So, but he's played in this event many years. So Michelle has a long across the table shot at this 4-ball. It's a makeable ball though, because the forward roll and the pocket's pretty big on this ball. She missed it. You want to actually aim for the left hand top of the pocket. So you aim at the top of the pocket, it will hit the center of the pocket because of the way that the collision happens. So you want to aim to miss, basically. Aim to miss.
Yeah, it's a little counterintuitive.
That's some of the higher level stuff, man, is crazy, and you literally are aiming to miss on some of the shots. I've heard stuff that just blows your mind.
Sure.
It's completely opposite of anything you
think
should
do, yeah.
That these, and it takes me years and years to get this information out of some of these pro players.
Now, is it because they don't want to share? Is it because it's so intuitive to them they don't get that other people
they don't want to share
it? Oh, is that what?
They don't want
See,
to
look
share.
at me trying to be nice and give them the benefit of the
No,
doubt.
they don't want to tell anybody because, you can
they don't want to train their competition.
You could turn into the next, Earl Strickland or whatever, but see, they all want to be on the videos, so that's why I'm valuable to them. So,
Gotcha. So they talk to you, they want to get on your good side.
Exactly. So I tend to say, so I'll ask them real
Subtly.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, Rodney, what do you think about this, about that stuff that's on my mind all the time?
Sure.
I'm thinking about. I'll go up and ask.
And then you
these
tell
guys
everybody
like
on
it's
stream. So.
Normally, no, I don't give away all of them, but some of them I do. The more matches you watch, the more you'll hear from me. But I'm definitely not a. There's guys like Billy Cardona and. Danny DiLiberto, guys like that
Sure.
are, all knowing with every shot, every safety.
You keep some secrets, professional
right.
courtesy.
Yeah, I do, and I have a little bit of knowledge, but nothing compared to the great commentators and players. So, but.
Are any of these players drinking to help calm their nerves? John,
No players are drinking.
I cannot confirm nor deny, but none of these guys are drinking right now?
Oh, no, none of the ladies drink. Are they? I'm looking at the bartender. She's giving me a funny look. Okay, so maybe some of them are drinking.
Yeah.
Myself, I do not drink. So.
Right. I'm a photographer, and a lot of times I'm in the pit with these guys, and some do, some don't. It is kind of nerve-wracking.
Definitely not when you're playing. Not good. So.
But everybody conducts themselves professionally and things like that. Brian says that he is drinking watching this.
Okay, well, don't
Brian's
drive.
having a good time. As long as you're at home, buddy.
You're not driving, watching. I guarantee somebody's watching this while they're driving down the road.
Yeah, don't do that.
Guaranteed it's happening somewhere. That is not good. Okay, she's using the open hand bridge, which is a good bridge. I really like the open hand bridge.
Jeffrey says the ones that lose are the ones that are drinking.
Yeah, no, I've seen some drinking going on, but those players usually foul up and mess up.
Steve's
Believe it or not.
Oh, Robert, that was sweet, buddy. Thank you. Robert says, I'm not a photographer, I'm an artist.
Nice, you are. You are an artist,
I've
Steve.
got my moments, but I try to repeat those moments as often as I can, but I really do appreciate the compliment, man. I really, really do.
Well, that's the end of the road of this match, my friends.
Is that it?
Yes, here from Strokers, and make sure you come and see Beth, one of the servers here.
Say hi,
She's
Beth,
amazing.
everybody?
She's been.
Beth
she's
just
been,
turned a very nice shade of red.
She's been, and her hair's red, so that matches. Thanks everybody for watching the Billiard Channel, APA. God love you. Thank you so much for having me here, everybody. Facebook.
And we'll be back for round 5. Won't
Yes, we will. You did great, Steve. I'm proud of you,
well,
buddy.
I try.
All right. So we'll be back here shortly with the next match. Keep it live.